Hi, I'm Daryl Crow, and we got a special tip for you today for all you beginning art students. We get a lot of questions, and it's our pleasure to address each and every one of them. And I often ask my good friend Joe Kaczynski if he'd help me out with these questions. I can't read, I haven't been to school, but he has been. How many schools you say you've been to, Joe?
267,411, but that was only in my senior year.
So you see, Joe's a really smart guy because I couldn't even remember that number. I've never counted that high. So Joe, do we have any questions today?
We have questions, and one of the things I found out about these questions that we have is they actually like to have an answer from you. So this might be something novel. So let's see what you can come up with.
You mean they want an answer?
They actually do. That's probably, anytime I wanted a question answered, I would send the question and expect an answer. So,
right to me?
Yes. So here we go. This has to do with allergies.
Well, I'm not a doctor.
You don't have to be a doctor. This is not medical advice. This is just what's easier to work with if you are allergic. Water mixable oils or acrylics?
Wow, that's a good question, and that is probably, I know for the water mixable oil, the paint vendors get together and they promote it as environmentally green kind of product. And so basically what that means is it's safe for the environment. The products are biodegradable, and it's a lot better than using a lot of chemicals and some of the traditional paints that we've been with for a long, long time. However, the question deals around odors and allergies. So, it's going to depend on the types of allergies, but let me give you a couple of guidelines that will better help you. It's all about odors. So if you're living in a small space in which there is inadequate ventilation, such as an apartment building or some very tight closed quarters, then by all means look for an alternative. Look for acrylics, look for water mixable oil. Now, odors emit from oil paints, whether they're water mixable oil paints or whether they're from traditional oil, but the odor is different and may or may not bother you and may or may not contribute to your allergies. Here's how you can find out. Go ahead and use, get a couple collars from water mixables and do a short little paint. And if you smell anything from the oil, then that may not be the thing that you want to use. Now, I've never had a problem with acrylics in terms of odors and chemicals. So that's probably generally a safe choice. But consult with your physicians as to what the two choices are that you have and whether or not your particular allergy would be influenced by either of those. And I think they'll give you a better perspective from a medical viewpoint, from an artist viewpoint. If you're really in love with oils, then by all means check out the water mixable oils. If you've never started, try out the acrylics, and if you're an old acrylic fan, look at some of the newer acrylic products that are out on the market for green and environmentally safe. So Joe, any more questions along that line today?
That looks like you summed it right up with that one, Daryl.
Okay, well, from Joe and I, we'd like to wish you a very happy week. And by all means, keep those questions coming. Now, you may not know this, but what we like to do is anybody who sends us in a question, whether we use it or not, whether it's been asked before or not, we're going to send you a special gift. And I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the day. I'm Daryl Crow. Visit me at www.darylcrow.com. And remember this one little very important. I do not care. I absolutely do not care if you've never even so much as picked up a paintbrush. You can paint. I'd like to be the instructor that teaches you. I'm Daryl Crow. Have a great week.